Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nacello on RiverBender.com.
We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, bring me up higher, bring me higher, bring me up.
Oh, here we go. 9:25 is the time. I am really late, Jaynanne. How are we doing, Jaynanne?
I'm doing really well.
You should be. This is cool. December the 9th from 5:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. It is a guided walkthrough at the Alton Amphitheater, Christmas by the River, round 2. How's everything shaping up?
Oh my gosh, it's going so well, CJ. We have twice as many sponsors as we did last year. Mayor Goins is co-producing it with us. We have about 40 actors and even more volunteers.
This is so cool. Well, last year when I saw this, I thought, what a cool way for the family just to go out, have a nice, relaxing, no big flashing strobe lights in your face, but just to go see some beautiful decorations and some scenery and just take a walk and celebrate what Christmas is all about.
Yeah, and also at every scene we have actors there to do an interactive scene from famous Christmas movies.
That's the best part. And now how many actors are you going to be having at this?
I think about 40.
So everything's grown from last year.
Everything has grown from last year.
Well, it's been a good year for Masterpiece Art Sanctuary as a whole. It seems like, last year when I was starting to follow along, things were really developing for you, but it just kind of took off over the last Christmas season and out the summer, now continuing.
Yeah, I think the word is just starting to get out that we have this organization. Like you said, it's called Masterpiece Art Sanctuary, NFP. It is a certified nonprofit, and it's geared towards kids aged 8 to 18 to do live productions, and we want to get into other performing arts too.
Well, and you were just over at you guys do the performances at Evangelical, and you do so many of these really unique things that not only give the child that opportunity, but they get to learn in an environment that's really a collaborative one as well.
It is, and our philosophy is that the arts are a means to an end.
Yep.
The end is investing in these kids' lives.
Right. Well, and too, because we've talked, I don't know if it was you and I talking about this before, but I've said it, that a lot of times the sports kids get a lot of the attention with nonprofits, and that's great. But to have something just for the arts is so needed in our community, because there's a plethora of individuals that are talented artists in whatever avenue they're in.
Yes, totally agree. We've had people who did not know where to go as an outlet for their artistic interests. Lots of kids like that.
Well, and take me through this too. So free giveaways at every scene as you take about a 30-minute walkthrough down at the amphitheater, which I can only imagine is just beautiful with all this going on. And with that being said, RSVPing, I got to ask you.
Yes. So the RSVP is just to make sure you have a spot at the time you want to get in. We certainly take walk-ins. It just may take a little bit longer to get in a group that way.
And it's one of those things, I would think, because of the 3 hours, there's 400 plus that are on Facebook saying yes to this, and there's tons of people that have already seen it, whether it's on RiverBender or your post or you name it. Might be a good chance just to make sure you're safe and aren't waiting in line at 5:30 going, I don't think we're getting in here today.
Exactly. I highly recommend an RSVP so that you don't have to wait in the cold.
Well, with that being said, too, what makes this event so fun for you and your family? Because it seems like your family really comes together for this, just like with pretty much anything Masterpiece Art Sanctuary related.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for us to be able to work together, rehearse together, act together, and just do something for the community. But we have lots of other core team members, too, who are very involved. We have a great board of directors, and they all volunteer and help out. And we meet at least a half a dozen times a year as a board to go over, okay, what are we doing? Who can do what do we need to do by when? We just have a really great group.
Well, and it seems like everyone's really involved in the community, even outside the the masterpiece
Yes.
portion of it. You know, even before the organization was started, these are core members of really, I don't like the term movers and shakers because I always think we're all developing, you know?
Yeah.
We're all developing, and there's a bunch of developers, I think, that are on your board, and especially when you bring in the likes of, you know, Eddie coming in and talking with the kids and really teaching them and really learning that way, that's the best.
It is. It is. Yeah, I think you're referring to our winter workshop.
Yes, I love it. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I mean. I was looking on Facebook and I'm thinking, how amazing is this? Because, you know, there's something to look forward to for every kid now, not just, you know, someone that wants to do the boot camp or the workouts, but someone that really wants to refine their skills and really develop something for the long term.
Yes. And that's our goal is we don't just want to focus on the performance and rehearsing for the performance, but through the course of this, kids end up getting free voice lessons from the likes of Eddie Hitchcock, who, you know, makes money off of that too for a living. So he's very generous with his time. Laura Wind is incredibly talented. She writes all of our scripts.
Wow.
Yeah, Tracy Spielman is a music director at Evangelical. So we have a lot of people who know what they're doing and give of their time freely for these kids.
Did you ever see this event at the river, down by the river, really doing as well as it is in the last year? Because, I mean, when you did it, I thought this is really cool, but I wouldn't have imagined, you know, year two, that it's not just growth, it's actually exponential growth.
It's exponential growth. So I will be honest, we're a little bit scared.
Are you really? Be easy on them. Be easy on them.
We're not scared to do the productions or get everything ready. It's just that we have so much interest. We're creatively thinking of ways to get more people through in that amount of time.
What I'm sure it's like a snow globe effect, no pun intended, is whenever you get all these things that are developing, plus all this interest keeps growing, and you have your board behind you, you have everyone that's a part of this, great opportunities and ideas spur from, you know, this type of interest and this type of really just love for Masterpiece in this, you know, December 9th Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. And we come up with new ideas all the time. We have 2 of the 5 scenes are the same as last year, Santa's Workshop and Whoville.
Well, that's got to stay. Those 2 are mainstays.
They are mainstays. But then we have 3 brand new scenes.
Really?
Yes, we have the Island of Misfit Toys from the movie Rudolph. And we have Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf. And then we have a Christmas caroling scene where people will be able to sing with us.
That's so cool. And take me through the perform. I know that I don't want to, you know, put you right on the spot, but could you take me through a few of the performers that we'll be meeting?
Sure. So if some of you came last year, you may remember Steve and Katie Beasley played Lou Who and Betty Lou Who.
Oh, nice.
They were amazing, but we've recast them this year as a grown-up Buddy and Jovi the Elf.
That's perfect.
Yes.
That's a great move.
It is a great move. And they already have amazing costumes, and they're just going to be so good in it. And then this year, our Grinch from last year has been recast as Yukon Cornelius from the Island of Misfit Toys. And we have a new Grinch who's going to be amazing, Nate Brooks. And then our former Grinch was my husband, Ron Habeck. So we have a lot of returning actors who are really excellent. A lot of them have worked with us in other types of things throughout the years, you know, from when we all used to perform together at church to other community events. And now we've just brought a lot of people together as a core group for this. But then we have so many new actors. I can't even tell you. I would have to count how many new actors we have this year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it just amazes me because when you're hitting me with, you know, you had how many sponsors this year?
Oh my goodness.
40? What was the 40 number?
The 40 number is how many actors we have.
But to me, that's just astronomical. That's something you would see at a bigger cities event, you know, not something for, you know, the Riverbend region. And it's so cool to have this.
Yes.
So when you're prepping for all of this with the setting and all the scenes, what goes into that? Who's in charge of making sure that everything's looking pretty?
Well, we have a group. I'm the president of the board, so I kind of am responsible for making sure it's all coming together. But then we have somebody who's going to pick up the hot chocolate from Germania that they're donating.
Nice.
And somebody who's going to pick up the popcorn from Pop Utopia. We have we had to recruit a group of guys to help us put up the sets because some of the pieces are really big and heavy, and we have to drill them together, like actually assemble the sets.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is a big shaboozy.
we'll spend all day long. We don't want to set up too early because it is outdoor in a
Right.
public area. So we'll spend all day long on the 9th setting up the sets.
Wow.
Yeah.
And take me through this too, because I can only imagine, just as this is starting off and this is really becoming a staple event already in year 2, it's got to be a cool family tradition already at this point. It's like the preparation work, and this is almost, to me, would be the official kickoff for, the Habeck family for Christmas in a way.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it really?
Well, I don't know. We started
yeah.
decorating in November in our house, so that was probably the kickoff to Christmas.
It's a good point. Hey, we're talking all things Christmas by the River. It comes your way December the 9th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Alton Amphitheater. We'll take a quick break. I got to pay one bill. We'll come back with more of this conversation after this.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Oh, 9:37. Welcome back. 29th day of November continues. How many sponsors did you say you had?
We have 21 sponsors.
Oh my God. What do you attribute this to?
I think the event went so well last year.
Mm-hmm.
We got almost all of our sponsors back from last year. We've only had a few drop off, and it could be
Wow.
what's going on with their businesses or, I don't know.
You never know with
Yeah,
that.
but we have brand new sponsors who are sponsoring whole scenes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you planning on doing just the Christmas version, just Christmas, or is there going to be any other opportunities for walkthroughs for other holidays like an Easter or...
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't charge commission for my brainstorming.
I don't know. We'd have to really think about that
Yeah.
because we had started doing the winter workshop in
Yep.
in February, March, and then we have a summer musical that we do every
That's
year.
big. That one
Yeah.
was really well received last summer.
It was.
What'd you guys do? I forgot the performance, but I always saw the posts leading up to
Yeah,
it.
it was called Shine.
Okay, yes. And
Yeah.
then was your daughter the one that was doing the choreography for it? too?
Yes.
I remembered. See,
Yes.
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast, but I
know.
remember.
Wow, that's impressive.
I pay attention, and this is why I think it's so cool, because I knew last year just talking to you when we first got you on the show that this was going to be a mainstay, and I knew that you were putting in work well before that, and just to see this developing just puts a smile on my face, because you got so many people that are supporting this, and you attribute it to all the people that are in your group too, and the board members and their reach.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
with that being said, take me through the scene. So we got Buddy the Elf, we got the Island of Misfit Toys, Santa's Workshop, Whoville. Okay, and I'm missing one.
Caroling.
Carol. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to be at the caroling scene?
So we're going to have someone, he hasn't decided if he's playing the guitar or a keyboard. And then we'll have some really good singers from Alton High and some other places. And they'll just be leading Christmas carols. It'll be at the end. We're replacing the nativity scene because the nativity scene just didn't work that well at the amphitheater last year.
Yeah.
So we're replacing it with caroling, and we want people to sing with us and just have fun, and we'll be handing out free hot chocolate and popcorn. So I think it'll be a nice way to end the night.
Absolutely. And then afterwards, how long is the teardown time for you guys?
Several hours.
Is it
And we
really?
do it that night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we don't leave it up overnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so this is really an all hands on deck Saturday.
It is an all hands on deck. It's an exhausting Saturday, but one of the most rewarding of the year.
So whenever I'm just picturing this, if I'm sitting there in your shoes, I'm going, this is the best picture or best memory I could create or best value, seeing the kids with their grandparents or their parents and all these generations kind of coming down.
Yeah.
And were you surprised with the turnout and how well it went last year?
I was.
Were
we
you?
were completely packed.
Yeah, you were.
The whole 3 hours, which is why we've gotten creative with how we do the groups this year and how we do the stations to try to get more people in.
And in terms of that, is that RSVP time?
Yes,
Okay.
RSVPing would be really important if you don't want to wait.
Okay.
And then we're also, we have more guides this year so that we can have more groups going. And we found last year we could have bigger groups than we thought originally and people still be able to interact and hear. So that's how we're going to get more people through.
Weigh in too for the performance. How large are the groups this year?
Probably between 15 and 20, whereas we tried to cap it at 10 last year.
Well, I like the 15 and 20 from a performer standpoint because the more faces, the more there's at least a chance you're going to be able to find somebody to really drive that performance home or really interact too.
True.
Because there was one time I went to go do a wrestling show. Oh my goodness, I could have lit myself on fire and they wouldn't even have moved. It's true, but I just love this, and I love the fact that there's so many components of the holiday season wrapping into one event. Whether it's the time that you're spending with your family, the board members are spending with their family, coming up with ideas, or reaching out to their neighbors' dogs, and bringing them in on this. All the businesses that are supporting this, and that's what I think's really incredible. Because you hear all the time that inflation's high and people are having a hard time paying their bills, but when businesses are going, hey, this is cool. And 21 of them are saying you're onto the right path with this. That's just got to be the best feeling out there.
Yes, and I want to give a huge shout out to Mayor
Oh,
Goins.
absolutely.
He is financially supporting us
Incredible.
in a big way.
Yeah.
And so he's co-producing it with us.
Well, and he is a great ambassador to the city. And especially for events like this. Was that something, did you reach out to the mayor? Did the mayor kind of take a look and say, this is awesome?
So he was a sponsor last year, but he was one of the lowest level sponsors, and he came to the event, and he and his wife enjoyed it so much. She actually told me we would like to do something bigger next year with you.
That's just great. And a big shout out to the Mayor, David Goins, and First Lady Sheila Goins on that, because that's something, again, that, a public official doesn't have to do, but knows what the meaning of this holiday season is and what it means to all of us here in the Riverbend. I love it. And did you think that, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this, because you guys just came up with this idea. And it just takes off. I mean, it seemed like that day last year, you're kind of looking around going, is this going to stop?
Right. It was. And it got so cold.
You know what I'm saying? It's amazing to me. And I don't know if you had just a moment, just to kind of sit there and look back, is it just... it seems like everyone's on the same page and on the same tide too. It's not, maybe they all have the same idea, an organization, but there's different ways to do it. at Masterpiece, it seems like everyone is really bought into this vision, and that's why it's had this growth, whether it's for this event or the amazing programs you do throughout the year.
Yes, I think that's true. I mean, we do brainstorm a lot in our board meetings and throw in different ideas. But by the end of it, once we decide to do something, we're all on board.
A great team. And you can see, oh, wait, what's the best time to RSVP and how do you do it?
Oh, well, I would suggest sooner rather than later so that you can get the time that you want, and email masterpiecearts1@gmail.com to RSVP. We're a very low budget organization, so you email us your name and how many people and what time you want.
Oh my goodness. Join Masterpiece Art Sanctuary for the second year of this fun, free, interactive walkthrough event. How long are the stations?
Last year we tried to keep them at 5 minutes. We have so many actors and we want everybody to really be able to be a part. So we've increased each station to 7 minutes.
That's cool. And one last question I forgot to ask you about. And that's how long does it take for the performers to really rehearse this? Because it's a tough role, because the whole interactive component really adds something to this. How long does it take for them to get ready?
So we actually only have 2 rehearsals. We have one this Saturday morning and we have one the Thursday evening before. The reason we can get by with only 2 rehearsals is because they basically are doing the same 7-minute skit over and over and over. So they only have to learn a 7-minute skit.
Gotcha.
It's not a 3-hour production. It's a 7-minute production over and over and over and over.
It's, oh man, that would be kind of tough too, because you're hitting basically just the, what is that, the loop button? You're just looping everything?
Right. For 3 hours, you keep doing the same thing.
Now, how do you guys stay warm down there?
We do bring in some heaters and try to put them places, especially for the actors, because they're out there for so long. But otherwise, we just tell them to dress warm and be as much movement and interaction as possible to stay warm.
Absolutely. You should have been in the studio 2 days ago. Oh my goodness. It was like 48 degrees down.
Oh, wow.
I was ready for Christmas by the river. I was ready for it. A couple more questions just for accessibility. Are any of the stations ADA compliant, or people either handicapped, wheelchair accessible, all that?
It's all wheelchair accessible.
That's really cool to hear, because sometimes you have to take a step up and you lose that. That's awesome.
It's all at the ground level.
Awesome. And then one final one too, flashing lights or anything like that? Do we have to keep in mind for seizures or anything?
It's a really good question, but no.
Okay, perfect. Because I always want to make sure that way anyone that does have that, I don't want them to ever feel left out either.
Right.
But again, checking every box, literally every box. This is, Jaynanne, I really love this entire organization. I love what you're doing, and this is a great way to celebrate the birth of Jesus, and that's really what Christmas is about.
Yes.
And how do you pick your scene? That's my final question.
How do we pick what scenes we're going to do?
Because that to me would be tough, because there's a conglomerate of Christmas nostalgia everywhere.
Yeah. So we throw out ideas as a board, but then Laura Wind, our creative director who writes everything, she really ends up picking them because she has to be inspired to write something. She doesn't just copy what's in the movie. She writes an original scene.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait a minute here.
Yes.
Now I didn't. Now the real interview started. So it's all original.
It's all original. We just use the characters and the context of the movies.
And now, are there components that really relate to the patron too? I'm guessing it's all Is it all related to like the Riverbend, or some tie-in to the people that are coming through too? Because that would be fun.
I'm really not sure. I haven't.
Another good question.
Yeah. I need to read all the scripts for this year.
Well, I think that's such a cool thing too, because there's something about when you see one of your holiday characters as a kid and they mention, like, oh, well, I just went from Hainer Library down here. Like those things really just kind of light up the eyes of a child. But
that's a good idea.
I don't have very many of them. But regardless, I just know it's going to be amazing. And it's so cool that this is a real family-friendly event. This is perfect for everybody to kind of go out. And what I like is, for the parents out there that have jobs that they're working on the weekend, you aren't going to spend 4 hours out here.
No.
It's a great way to just go out, get into that Christmas mood a little bit, and bring the family. And then right afterwards, go to a local restaurant and go have a nice dinner to celebrate the Saturday.
Absolutely.
And for more information or ways people can support Masterpiece Art Sanctuary throughout the year, what's the best way to do that?
So we have a Facebook page, Masterpiece Art Sanctuary, NFP. You can email masterpiecearts1@gmail.com. Or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can always private message me.
Absolutely. All I know is by the time I talk to you for the next Christmas by the river, it might be a whole Christmas village by the river.
It might be. We might be totally reimagining how it works.
Well, just keep up the great work, and I really appreciate your time. I really just think this is amazing, and I'm excited to go down and see what you guys have cooking on the 9th. I almost said the 7th. The 9th.
The 9th. We have a rehearsal on the 7th.
Okay, that's where I was getting tripped up. The second annual Christmas by the River, a guided walkthrough at the Alton Amphitheater, a beautiful venue, Saturday, December the 9th from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. To RSVP to secure your time slot, which is recommended, masterpiecearts1@gmail.com. That's masterpiecearts1, the number 1 @gmail.com for all you following at home. We'll link that email address on the article and on the on-demand video as well, so you can get in contact. Thank you so much.
Great.
And best of luck.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I want to do a post-event interview maybe.
Okay.
Like a December the 11th, and we'll see how we're feeling,
Okay.
Keep up the great work. The time's 9:50. We'll take a quick one. We'll wrap up the 9 o'clock hour and talk to Luis about the Cardinals spending all of their money.